Hello, guys, and welcome. It is Saturday night. What the hell are you guys doing live? It's Behind the Bunker, guys. Do not adjust your screens. It is me, Todd Ansich. And with me tonight, I also have Gavin Sharma.
What?
Too loud!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this special show. It is a crazy time in the world right now. We appreciate you joining us for this ride we call our quarantine show. We certainly hope you enjoy it. And shortly, the phone lines will be open so you too can participate in what is going on here at Behind the Bunker.
Hey, Gavin, what's our phone lines?
Our phone line is 585-250-8968. That number again is 585-250-8968. And you too, my friends, not only can be a part of the show in the chat, but you can be live on air and heckle us if you wish. Nice.
Heckling is always good. So we have been live every night this week. Monday night we did an actual live show. Every other night we've done a new to you episode, meaning we basically rebroadcasted some rewind episodes.
I like the hand-me-down episodes.
Kind of hand-me-downs. They're still good. They're just
still got a little wear in it.
Just a little tired. So we've been doing that the last little while just because with no sports on TV, a lot of you guys have actually been tuning in, and Joe and Gavin and myself and Josh, we've all kind of been watching from our homes and inputting, and we're still putting your comments up on the screen, so it's kind of like we are still watching. And and unfortunately we don't have Josh tonight. Josh is at home. He's in quarantine. He's self-quarantining, as is Joe Kimson. So we'll maybe have Joe maybe back on Monday. We'll see, and we'll see if Josh, I think he has to wait another week and then he's back. So we are self-quarantining. Gavin and I, Matt taped some meter sticks before the show, and we were able to...
Look at that, first call. Hold on, jerks. Let us get through it first.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second, whoever's on the phone there. So we had meter sticks taped to each other, so Gavin and I are legally as close as we possibly can be to each other.
By meter sticks, I was just pantsless.
Yeah. Rick Chard wants to know, why do I have a cap on? Rick Chard is watching us live from YouTube. I'm wearing a ball cap because, much like being quarantined, I can't go to my hairdresser. And if you see what's under the cap, it's long, flowing hair. Let me tell you.
Luscious.
My wife keeps telling me to shave those sideburns.
Oh, Mattingly.
Yeah. So there you go. Who do we have on the phone tonight?
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Well, who's this?
This is Curtis.
Curtis, how are you, sir? Is there any way we can turn him up? Can you guys, Matt, you have...
They turn her upper?
There you go. I'm hearing you guys better.
Oh, okay, excellent.
There we go.
That's all that counts.
Yeah. How are you, sir, tonight?
Yeah, so how are you guys surviving this so positive apocalypse?
So far, so good. I have Gavin across the table from me looking at me longingly, and I've got you guys at home watching. Not too bad.
And I killed about 4 zombies today. Or they could have been senior
Only
citizens.
4
I'm not sure, but...
Those are rookie numbers. Listen to you.
Got up those numbers.
Yeah. Hopefully the stream's doing okay. Matt, how are your numbers?
They're pretty good so far.
Okay, so it could just be
Excellent.
Facebook. If you guys are watching us on Facebook and also on YouTube, let us know how things are looking right now.
But I do have, before we get into the
Yep.
phone call and going on, I do have a request to our friends at home. Make sure you hit like and share. This is an unusual time for us to be on right now. And we definitely know that there's no sports or other entertainment. And the last thing you want to do is hang out with your family. So hit like and share so your friends know that there's Behind the Bunker on this evening. And let's pump these numbers up because, again, they're rookie numbers. Right, Curtis?
They are rookie numbers right now. We got to pump them up.
Now,
right.
Curtis, while we got you on the phone, tell me something before I hang up on you. Did you like and share?
Yeah.
Attaboy. So, Behind the Bunker, is this your first time or second time watching?
This is actually, I've been watching you guys forever whenever I get a chance when I'm not playing with my kid.
I love how he started that. I've been listening to you guys forever. ... When I get the chance. So a quick in and a quick out. I like that. It's like the compliment sandwich. And then as a further thing, when I'm not playing with my kids.
How many kids do you have, Curtis? 14.
I got 2. I got a 5-year-old named Gabe, and then I got a 2-year-old named Sammy.
Very good. We don't care. He just want to know how many kids you have.
I just want to know who is capable of hitting like and share, but they're far too young
do they
to
have
a Facebook account, right?
Are they on YouTube? Do they subscribe to us? Oh, very good.
So we appreciate you tuning in and checking in with us to make sure that we're still alive. So how are you faring with this quarantine that's going on right now?
Not too bad. We actually just got done watching all of Durder's library that they had on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was on YouTube.
Yeah, Durder has uploaded their complete library through PB Nation, so you can watch all of their greatest stuff. You can watch all the short buses.
Nice.
So my question for you guys is, what's on your playlist right now?
I'll let you go first on that one.
Honestly, I have been trying to catch up with other podcasts as well, both paintball related and non-paintball related. Just trying to, prevent myself from going completely stir crazy. My house is absolutely spotless. It's impeccable. It's the cleanest it's ever been. But there's only so much you can do in terms of pacing around and hanging out with your family. So on my watch list, I'm working a nice ass groove into my couch as well and doing some Netflix as well. But I'm really itching for the paintball season to really begin. So broadcast like this, podcast, anything that you can get your hands on, Durder, I guess now, will really keep you motivated to get out in the field. Because I know I've seen a lot of people posting. People desperately want to get out and play. Their gear is completely ready, packed, and ready to go. As soon as everybody gets the thumbs up in the A-OK, fields will open up again and we'll be all playing again.
I've been going down the YouTube rabbit hole. I've been binging. 2 weeks ago when I was in Florida, the guys that I was hanging out with, they all were listening to Stick Figure, kind of a soulful reggae kind of music. And I checked it when I got home, and now I can't stop listening to them. They've got several albums, and I've really been getting into that. I've been going down the rabbit hole of gun training. I've been watching Keanu Reeves doing all his training for John Wick.
Whoa.
And then all these other guys that are doing 3-gun competitions. I can't stop watching. I don't know what it is about it, whether it's boredom or not wanting to do all the chores that I'm supposed to be doing. But, yeah, that's where I am right now. That's where I am right now. What are you watching, Curtis?
Well, right now I got the Disney Plus going, and my kid's been watching Star Wars Clone Wars all over again.
Nice.
And they finished it perfect.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I have daughters, so we don't really do a lot of Disney stuff, and if I do, it's usually some stuff that I don't want to watch. So we try to stay away from the Disney Plus.
You try and let it go.
We try to let it go.
Why would you go there?
Yeah, and keep that quiet because they because of the quarantine they've let it go to now show as early. Yeah. All right. Well, Curtis, thank you for calling in, buddy. Where's your normal field? Where do you play out of?
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right,
cool.
Take care. See ya. All right, guys. The number tonight is 585-250-8968. If you guys want to call in, we won't bite. We won't insult. We will listen. Or maybe we will. I don't know. Depends on who you are.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you guys are watching us on YouTube or Facebook, thank you guys for checking us out. YouTube, I see a few of you guys are watching right now. And Jody says, glad you guys are practicing social distancing. Yeah, well, Gavin also has some, as he calls it, personal hygiene issues.
It's true. But this is the first time I've actually had a social distance that wasn't court ordered.
That's true. I haven't had anything signed yet.
No.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Self-imposed.
Hey, nice to see Barney Alamo. I couldn't say anything last night while he was watching because I wasn't live on the mics, but it's nice to see Barney back again. He says, was doing some pre-spring cleaning and found my purple behind the bunker shirt.
Nice.
First of all, Barney, you're dead to me. That should have been on the top of your pile, and it should have been in dry cleaning bags hanging in your closet.
Yeah, that's a wedding shirt. Right? Only for special occasions.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa says I look good in a hat. No, I don't. Matt says I look 10 years younger. He says I look like some young buck.
No good, Nick.
Yeah. I should have a skateboard in one hand and I'll be just fine.
Should be going through cars right now looking for change.
Yeah, that's true. What happens if they impose a curfew? How difficult is that going to be? Yeah.
No, the bigger question is, what happens when the internet goes out?
Oh,
Shiza.
yeah, let's not say that. Now, I don't know about where you guys are, but Rogers is our provider, and love them or hate them because they've been there for us through thick and thin, and they've also screwed us several times. But they have taken away all data plans and basically have left everything unlimited for everybody.
So I saw that, but I'm doing my own survey. How many people don't have unlimited internet at this point?
I think a few. Some of the elderly.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically nobody.
Yeah, so whatever. I appreciate any effort any corporation's doing, and I've seen people step up. So one of the things that I've also seen is the negative side, where beginning of this whole crap that was going on, there was some gouging going on, but at least people were shamed by social media into doing the right thing, right? So when you have we have corporations now stepping up and being great corporate citizens who are helping out those people who are on the front line. The minimum wage workers who you didn't think were of value, corporations are now stepping up, not only protecting them, but also putting a little extra money in their pocket too because they appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, this is Behind the Bunker. You're on the air. Who are we speaking with?
Barney.
I'm sorry, whom?
Dan Alamo.
Hey, Barney. Hey, how are you, sir? Matt.
Breaking up on me here.
Okay, 1 sec, Barney. I want to show you something. Right on the floor in front of you, it's blue in color. Looks like a pod. Can you pass that to me?
All right, can you hear me better now?
We can. How are we coming through for you, bud?
Yeah, because I have a cover on my phone, and every time I make a call, it kind of breaks up, but I took it off, so now I can hear you.
Very good. Barney, I don't know if you can see it yet or not, but I'm going to hold something up on the screen in a moment. Just because you brought up Behind the Bunker t-shirt, we still have these, and to be honest with you, they're right within arm's reach of where I am. This is a Podstein you gave us years ago. See, any gift that I've gotten from you, I keep very close to me. Unlike my Behind the Bunker shirt, where did you say it was, at the bottom of your pile?
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I pulled out was the Behind the Bunker shirt. But the Podstein is awesome. They're actually a collector's item. I get people asking me about them all the time now.
Yeah, and I'm taunting everybody as much as I can. Very good. Are you still playing a lot of ball these days?
What was that? Are
you still playing a lot of paintball these days?
Or planning on it?
No, it was the first thing I pulled out of my box. I pulled it out, and I was like, hey, I've been looking for this.
Nice. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to get out and play a little more this season, if we're allowed to start playing paintball anytime soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, listen, Barney, it sounds like we've got a crappy connection, so as much as I'd love to talk to you, we're going to let you go, dude. But
we'll
don't
have to reschedule this.
Yeah, and don't be a stranger. Maybe we'll get you on the show one of these days.
Yep. You're breaking up on me again, but
yeah.
All right, Chad, dude. We'll talk to you soon, hopefully, and stay safe.
Stay purple, buddy. All right. So sorry, guys. Unfortunately, Barney's connection was not all that great, but that's okay. We'll get someone else on here in a moment. I'm just liking and sharing. One thing I want to tell you, though, Gavin, is we're talking about the status of this virus. So today, everybody in my household was getting a little stir crazy, so we thought, well, you know what? Let's all load up in the car. And we went and did a nice thing. We went and visited my mom, who's in a senior center, for lack of better terms, and they're shut down, so we can't go in. So what we did was we went behind her place where her view is from her window, and I called her up and I said, what are you doing? And, started to chat with her. I go, why don't you go out and look out your window, tell me what you see. And she can't see anything because she's got some glaucomas and all. Anyway, so we started waving to her and we said hello to her. And we had to go pick up a couple of things and we came home. But on the way, I was remarking to my wife, everywhere there was families and groups of people out and about today. Whether they're on a hike, whether they're on walking, whether they're riding their bicycles, but everybody was so bored to be in their house. It was like the same year. Remember when Pokemon Go came out?
Yeah.
And everybody was out wandering around, and I couldn't figure out why until I figured out what the game was going on. But yeah, that was it was kind of eerie today. It was kind of eerie. But it's Saturday. The last couple of days, I was driving home from work. It was 4:30, and normally it would take me almost an hour because of traffic, and it was ghost town.
So I've been working from home since Wednesday, but Monday, Tuesday was pretty crazy. It was just, it almost seemed like a Sunday or like a Wednesday afternoon. There was no traffic, nothing open. So at least people are respecting the social distance. Corporations are allowing people, if they're able to work from home. So hopefully we get ahead of this and flatten the curve, as they say.
Yeah.
And then life can return to normal once we reduce some of the stress on the medical care system.
Yeah. Hey, Jody Evans Mini or Eva Mini in the live YouTube chat says, serious question. Is the quarantine going to hurt or help the sport? Do you think it was good or bad to shut down the outdoor fields, city parks, etc.? I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to do two things. You can look at it on the optimistic side, say it's going to do well because people are already tired of their video games. Give them 3 or 4 days of what they really want to do, and they're going to get tired of it. So people are already bored and wanting to do things. I've been answering the phone calls for our paintball field, and the last couple of days it's been getting perpetually busier. And it's just people verifying that maybe we are open. Can we come out? Are you guys really open? So I think that's sort of helping. I think when it finally happens, it's the floodgates are going to open and people are going to go out and do things. But in all honesty, every paintball field, indoor or outdoor, has rent to pay right now.
For sure.
The only thing you guys can do as paintball advocates is contact your local field and ask if there's something that you can do. Here's an example. Joe did this the other day. I think it's a great idea. Ask if they have a yearly membership and go buy a membership.
Gift certificates, anything like that.
Anything, just to infuse them with cash. Otherwise, you might not have a field in 2 months when they have no rent to pay. Yeah.
And Joe Kimson in the chat forum did mention that all playgrounds in Ontario are closed, parks and all that. So they've really ramped it up, and I think everybody's going to have an impact. I'm not sure, depending on the state or where you are, in terms of what sanctions are in place. But even if they were not, I don't think a whole lot of people would be out playing anyway. I think, just the people are really taking this quite serious. They're trying to stay home as much as possible, respecting the social distance as well.
Yeah.
So I think parks would definitely take a hit. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there can be some recovery, that in the interim there, whether it is through government help or if through savings, that they're able to at least stay afloat until the season starts and everything opens up again. Because if we're not supporting our local parks now, please go out and do so when things are open again, because you know what, all small businesses are going to be hurting.
Yeah. Hey, quick shout out to Jordan Kinney in the live chat. I see you on YouTube rather. Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you'll get in the air soon, and hopefully things are doing well for you. I will say that there's a whole new social etiquette that has now formed. And Gavin, you sort of briefly talked about it. I'll let you talk about it in about a minute about how you had a cough. But I was out walking with my daughter around the neighborhood, and across the street, because the people that were coming towards me didn't cross the street at the corner, they stayed on the opposite side of the street to pass me. And then I looked over and I recognized him, so I said hello. My good friend Marshall Angus.
Okay. Yep.
Anyway, so we started talking, and we had about a 20-minute conversation, all the while across the street from each other while the cars were going by. But it was socially acceptable, and not one point did we force ourselves on each other and walk across the street like we would normally have done. But we stayed that distance, and people were coming up and down the street because we were kind of at the corner walking their dogs, and instead of passing us, they just took another block over.
For sure.
Or they literally walked across my lawn and get around me, and no one was upset about it because that's just what you do. But you were talking about your...
So I've had to go out to the mall, not the mall, like the grocery store a couple of times since everything has taken place. I've been fighting a cold since paintball extravaganza, and so occasionally I have a tickle in my throat and I will cough. As soon as that happens, it's like Moses in the Red Sea. It's parting, and it's like a VIP. It's like a secret handshake. Yeah. But I do have to say that people are being very tolerant and patient and kind, even in the face of adversity right now. So people are respecting distances. So you see like massive gaps in lines.
Yep.
People are respectful to each other, smiling and courteous, even though there was some shortages of items as well, because people were hoarding every piece of toilet paper ever.
Yep.
And I don't know the connection yet, but whatever, I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
But you know what? It really speaks to our global community coming together and people really trying to get through this together. So we have corporate citizens and we have citizens of the globe who are being really respectful and taking care of each other during this hard time.
Yeah. I went to Starbucks today, as I have the last couple of days, to get a warm beverage for my lady friend, and the girl at the drive-thru has rubber gloves on, and for the first time, thank God, in ever, they don't instigate chit-chat now.
Yeah.
And they close the window when they're done, and I sit there listening to the radio like I want to. Not, no disrespect to them, but I don't care if they want to know how my day is going or do I have plans for the day. And they come out with the window open. They hand you the debit machine, and you tap with your debit card, and you don't even have to touch your debit card to the machine. And then a moment later, she hands you with rubber gloves your drink. And I thought, that's fantastic. And no one's getting pissed off about it. No one's annoyed by it. And it's just sort of accepted. It's this weird...
Becoming the new norm.
Yeah.
So the one thing I did reflect on during this whole period is that Memphis, Tennessee is the best equipped for dealing with the virus because you never have face-to-face contact. Everybody's behind glass and you're sliding things to your drawers. And I'm like, maybe they're just light years ahead of us all.
Well, I feel bad. I said this to the fellow that I ran into on the street today. We were talking about how bad Italy is. He has friends over there that work in the medical industry over there, and they were sharing some videos and stuff. And I said, well, it's no any wonder Italians in Italy get it bad because every time they see somebody, they give each other kisses on the cheek. I said, of course, it's going to pass a lot more between that culture. But
no, I mean, every culture is going to have to adapt its way of being, at least in the interim, because we don't shake hands anymore. Like we don't do props. Like it's like people are distancing themselves. So it's going to take a lot of unlearning in terms of the culture to keep everybody safe. But again, this is not permanent, right? We are going to get through this, and let's get back to what the hell we're talking about, paintball, right? Yeah. So how are we going to get back to the fields once things are open? What's it going to change for me? I'm going to buy some extra paint. I'm going to buy the extra smoke grenade, paint grenade, right? I'm going to continue to support my local business because I know the impact that it's having right now. Yeah. So, you know what? When you show up to the field and you're paying a little bit more for your paint, smile and be grateful that the field is still open for you to play. Because you know what? I guarantee there's going to be a number of fields who are not going to make it. Who are not going to weather this storm. Not going to make it through.
And I'm going to speak for flag raiders right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have the ability to do so, give us a call. We're answering the phones. It's going to be myself or it'll be one of us answering the phones in the next little while. Ask us about our memberships. We have them available online. If you want the link, we can send it to you as well. But that would certainly help. And I'm not trying to sound like a Sally Struthers telethon right now, but
no, for 60 cents a day, help keep your damn field afloat.
For 60 cents a day, help keep Flag Raiders Paintball alive.
But in addition to that, so your local businesses as well, make sure you support them with gift certificates, whatever you can do, take out. But the paintball fields, again, you know what? People are going to be hurting. I know you as consumers will be hurting too financially, potentially as well, as we all recover from this. But when we have the ability to do, smile, hopefully we can shake hands at that point and continue to support your local field so they can make it through the next few months. Yeah, for sure.
Jordan Kinney in the live chat was saying there was a lineup of 50 people this morning at his local Walmart in Minneapolis. I was at Home Depot and Starbucks. Tim Hortons, that was another one. I drove past Tim Hortons yesterday, and it was packed. There was a lineup out the gate. Now, I'd like to know how the Tim Hortons guy, and you see them every time you go there, that are there just shooting the shit with their friends. And they're there for hours at a time, and that's what they do. That's their social club. Well, what do they do now? They're not allowed in the restaurants anymore. They're not allowed outside to congregate.
They can't just hang out in the parking lot?
Can't anymore. No. You get the bums rush.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Okay, but it does speak to the ability. We need to connect, right? I mean, we're social beings, we're social animals, so we have to be connected. So mediums like this, like Facebook, is a great way for us to stay somewhat connected, but make sure that we're not isolating ourselves as well, right? So,
what are you talking about? This is a golden age for introverts like me.
It is. Introverts unite separately.
Yes.
And what do you guys think? Have you... I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat that have been watching the last couple nights. Do you guys care that Behind the Bunker has been on every Monday night or every night at 8 o'clock this week? Some of you guys sat there and watched some of the episodes with me as well. But I think we're gonna continue that. I think we've been getting some good numbers. We've unfortunately crashed some other live shows, which I wasn't intending on doing, but we did. And but our numbers were still positive. So I think we're going to continue to do it as long as you guys are watching. And keep in mind that when we're live on Mondays and Saturdays, we're live in the studio. Every other night, we're rebroadcasting an old episode But Gavin, Joe, Josh, myself, we're sitting here watching it with you guys.
Yeah.
And we're sharing your comments on air, and we're commenting back. So probably more attentive.
Yeah,
on these nights.
It's not scrolling at you. We don't have a million things going on at the same time, so we're actually able to focus on the show and the comments coming in. So we're able to actually fully interact and engage with you. Connect is what we were talking about. We're able to connect with you all. I don't know what camera I'm looking at right now, but yeah. So if it's something you guys are interested in, you can always. It's a rerun show, but the chat is still live and active. So please come in, continue to talk paintball while we're waiting for the whole seasons to begin again.
Yeah. I don't know. Now, Mondu, you're still working.
I am one of the few that are left.
But is there an understanding at your work that y'all just stay away from each other, or is it even like that?
Yeah. So
Good answer, Matt.
Well,
We only have an hour show.
yeah, they just implemented starting Monday that everybody's gonna have to rotate through their breaks and lunchtime. There's only so many people allowed in the office at a time.
Yeah, that's good.
So at TerraTech, we have like a skeleton crew. Like the minimum, most people, 90% of the workforce is actually working from home. And so I actually have to send an email to book a time because I ran out of materials to work on to actually make its way in. So Monday at 9:30, I'm making my way in, and I have a half-hour window to grab my crap and get the hell out again. So,
Nice. In this troubled times, sometimes we survive, other people don't, and they hit rock bottom. Much like this fellow in the live YouTube comment, Rick Chard says, I got to watch Paintball Extravaganza BTB. I feel so bad for you, Rick. If it's come to that.
Are you in treatment right now, Rick?
Well, hold on. Watching a rewind of Paintball Extravaganza Behind the Bunker or being in Memphis. I shouldn't say it. I had a good time in Memphis, despite the fact that it was an interesting event. I had fun. That was great.
Okay, Rick, the event itself was fantastic.
It was.
The neighborhood, not so much.
The event we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is Paintball Extravaganza. If you guys get an opportunity, it always happens in February, usually the third week in February. If you're a field or shop or employee, anything like that to do with the paintball industry, you got to get to this thing. This thing is awesome.
A must.
The industry luncheon, not only was it great topically, but the barbecue that they put out was pretty fantastic as well.
And Elvis was there.
Oh, don't remind me.
He was good.
Was he?
I'm not even an Elvis fan. He was good. The guy was shaking and moving. He had blue suede shoes. It was good.
That's just the Parkinson's.
Oh my God. Why would you go there?
A little too soon.
I don't know. I'm all strung out on this quarantine.
Everybody's a little punchy.
Okay, so how's quarantine changed your life, Gavin? I will tell you that last night I didn't get to bed until probably 1:30, 1:45. I was still watching some YouTube just to sort of wind down. This morning, I think I left bed at probably 9:45 in the morning. This never happens. And like even my kids are sleeping in. They're staying up late. It's been fantastic.
So it's been pretty great. I mean, I'm still waking up at the same time I do normally, right? Just to keep my body in check. And I certainly don't want any more stress on my body. But
So when you go back to work in 8 weeks?
yeah, no, I'll be fine. Like I still get up same time every day, do that sort of routine. But 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was, when I had to old man make my way to the washroom, lights were still on, so I wanted to shut the TV off. And my daughter's up still playing video games. What the hell are you doing up? I got school for the rest of my life, so fair enough. We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, and this keeping them out of school thing potentially is ridiculous, but I understand. When I say ridiculous, it's not meaning that I'm not sympathetic to what's happening. I'm just getting really frustrated, that's all. 585-250-8968, ladies and gentlemen. That's the number that you see right up here. We are going to take your phone calls. We have our phone locked and loaded. If you guys would like to call into the show, definitely do it. I egged on Reaper yesterday. He said he was going to call in, so we'll see if he but this is 8:30 our time. That's like 5:30, 4:30 his time. He's in California. He's quarantined. I'm not even sure if Californians are allowed to have
shut
phones.
Down. They're not even like they can't go out at all. I keep seeing Schwarzenegger with his damn horses in his house. Have you seen any of that?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, hey, how's some celery? Oh, you don't do that. Headlock.
I'm getting tired of this celebrity at home thing.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Fallon, he hasn't been on TV in a while, so he's posting videos from his house. And who else was it the other day? It's getting tiresome. And I like all these celebrities, and I'm glad, but...
You didn't like that Imagine song?
But
no.
Okay, no way.
We'll talk about that in a second.
But a friend of mine sent me a link, and I'll forward it to you maybe. It's celebrities who are, or music artists who are at home, quarantined, and they're putting on like just impromptu concerts.
I guess that's okay.
That's
Jimmy
really
Fallon was
cool.
just trying to redo his show.
Okay.
That's, I guess, what irritated me. Sebastian Maniscalco, I really like him as a comedian. His video was actually endearing because it was showing him and his wife and his kid on how they interact and stuff.
Her?
So it was pretty cool.
Doesn't he talk about that in his act?
I think
It's
so.
like, okay.
Hello, this is Behind the Bunker. How can I help?
This is Lloyd Brown calling.
You're not getting the water pick!
Sebastien Monnier, how are you, buddy?
It
Okay, before we go any further, Sebastien Monnier, what the hell is that red thing on your Facebook page? Is it a pen cap?
was the end of my chair. So I've been playing the macro game.
Yeah,
with,
I'm not even
friends,
enjoying
my
that,
friends.
okay? I'm not enjoying
I'm
that.
sorry, buddy.
You're really irritating me. I'm trying to get it, right? It's just frustrating me.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, Sebastien Monnier is our sound engineer. He's the one who helped set up our sound for our Behind the Bunker studio. Got so frustrated that we couldn't.
Confession before.
He got so frustrated that none of us were doing our microphones any justice that he finally quit on us. But not before letting me have this. I won the microphone award.
It's cutting in and out very badly right now.
Okay.
Our connection. I think this sport thing, but all I heard was the award. I'm assuming we're talking about the mic award.
Yes, sir. I have Google Translate set up, so I know you're speaking French, but it's translating back, so there's probably a delay there.
And
Oui.
and Sam, I do it. Not that we're all hurting for entertainment. I know there's a few of you who are watching right now who are hurting for entertainment. But I've been watching you cook your dinner every night, and I've been tuning in and commenting. I can't stop watching you cook dinner.
Did you watch my Formula One race this afternoon?
No, I'll have to watch that and rewind when I get home.
Poor Facebook's getting
So,
inundated.
just one last thing before we all say goodbye. Thanks for doing this, Todd and Garvin and Matt the Crypt. This is great timing for people that are hypochondriac and living in their head like me. So thanks so much, guys.
Really, we're doing this because Gavin and I have no life.
No, not at all.
Joe and Josh are out living it up. They're not quarantined. They're out living it up.
They're at the
Really,
discotheque.
I was really calling just to plug in my live show that I'm planning
I'm sure you are.
at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. If you like food, like me and Garvin and Matt the Crypt for president, I will be live streaming the perfect creme bechamel sauce. 101.
Oh, ooh la la.
I'm there, buddy. I'm there.
Yeah, indeed.
I am really looking forward to your Monday night show where you pick lint out of your pocket.
But you know what the sad thing is? If he does that, I will watch and comment.
I know. We're
Cutting in and out so bad right now. It's hard to make up what we're getting.
Okay.
But I'll have to go back to the Facebook. But thank you for
sure.
taking my call. And I'll see you guys on my live stream
Yes.
tomorrow.
Oh,
for
and
the
Seb.
bechamel.
sorry, Seb. Two more things.
Gentlemen.
Two more things, Seb. One sec. Zane Smith in the live chat said OLED board, and just because Simon Steven told me to, I just hung up on him.
All right. Perfect. Thanks, Seb.
Yeah. Nice to have Seb in the studio. Guys, 585-250-8968. If you guys are wanting to, although Matt just swooshed me off and said no.
Well, that's the second caller that's been saying it's cutting out, so I think the technology is also
All
on quarantine.
right. So while we are figuring out our technology, I do want to go around the horn and ask. Everybody's been fantasizing about it. Not that.
Matt in his ski suit?
Yes. Stupid, sexy Matt. Purchases for the season. What have you been Googling? What have you been going through catalogs? Online catalogs, obviously. What are you going to pick up this year?
Okay, so paintball stuff aside, I hate to say this.
Paintball.
I know,
Paintball.
but I have
Why
been...
are you derailing the show again?
No, because I need to buy 2 cameras for the studio, and is this the one? Yeah. So what do you guys think of this camera? Do you like this, yay or nay? This could potentially be a purchase for our studio because we're looking for a couple new studio cams because we have some big things happening with Behind the Bunker this year. We're going to be on the road closer than you think to maybe most of you guys that are watching. So stay tuned for that this year. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But in all honesty, I think the CS2 Pro is my new thing, and I want to get it with a flat black or an earth color, or even if they come out with what's the one that the Pred Cam? If they come out with one in Pred Cam, that will be my gun for the season. Because I want to be able to something that I can play speedball, but really play scenario games with. My speedball days are pretty much done, but I'd like to play some scenario games with that. That's it. And I need a new pair of goggles, but most likely it'll be maybe the new JT goggles with removable lens.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Gavin?
You know what? I'm gonna upgrade some of my old stuff and get some of the old girls back on the field as well. So a lot of Cacker stuff. What's going on?
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt for 1 second. So not only did we have Sebastien Meunier call in, we also have Chris Easton in the live chat. He says, do you need your favorite network guy to pay you a visit?
Tech guy versus tech guy.
You know what? I would love to have Chris Easton back in the studio, but if I remember correctly, whether he caused it or not, it was about the time that he was in fixing our network that Roger was screwing us with our internet issues in the old studio.
I remember that, yeah.
So
but I learned something from him. If you actually unplug it and plug it back in, it should work, right?
Yeah, one of these days we should get you back in, Mr. Easton. Would love to have you in.
So somebody had mentioned that at a couple of the shows sometime this week about bringing back some of the old cast. Some of the old correspondents.
That's right, because I posted that they're all dead to me.
Yeah, they're all dead, yes.
Yeah.
So, Sean Turner, Mike Burnett, who else? Who else could come back if we had a reunion show?
Well, Jack Wan. We would need to have come back. Chris Easton, he was our first intern. We had Dustin Schnitzelholst. Yeah. He was our first research department. Yeah, Jack Wan. And I think that's it. We've had lots of people through the show.
Sure.
But certainly from sitting on that side of the standpoint, that was it. I think after Jack Wan worked our show shirtless, I think he's been asked to not be back on.
You guys are away.
He's on some kind of list, I bet.
That was one of the craziest shows ever. It's just like shirtless, and he's wearing a helmet. I'm like, what the fire truck?
We missed
going
one.
On?
And he's at the Doge.
Oh, yeah.
Brody Ball.
Juicebox, says Bill Barnes in the live chat. How do we forget Brody?
Do you remember he used to call into the show first when he was still 14?
That's right.
And then he made his way to the show. Yeah.
No, I miss Brody.
Yeah.
I miss Brody.
For sure. Jamie.
Yeah.
Who the hell's Jamie?
Oh, the paintball poet.
Oh, Jamie King.
Jamie
yes.
King, president and CEO of Angel North America, who got us into trouble.
That, yeah.
Oh, that one got us badly, didn't it? And Rick Chard, I see you in the live chat. There's still, you and I have to chat, buddy. I still got to talk to you about your bins. I might need a bin.
The birds.
The what? Sorry,
the birds, the pelicans. He has, right?
Yes, the pelicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Weaver's wondering if VTV will be at Super Game Indiana. We are big supporters of Super Game. Whether we get to Indiana or not, I'm not sure yet, but we certainly intend on hitting as many Super Games as we can. Yeah, Jamie, Joe Kimson had said Jamie as well. So, yeah, I can't think of anybody else. We've had, as I said, we've had lots of people help us in the past. I don't think there's anybody that I know that hasn't been on the show.
Right? No, it's true.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now that I have some time during the week, maybe I'll put together my own lightning round with all old BTB stuff as well, right? So
yeah, that'd be great. Rick Chard in the live chat also says that Joe has made oatmeal 2 mornings in a row. He really needs to get out of quarantine.
I'm watching that too.
If you guys are looking for something else to watch midday, head on over to Joe Kimson's Facebook feed, and he does a live
10 a.m.
He does a live show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But Gavin, you're the most adamant against food talk.
I know, but I mean, I'm stuck on breakfast with Joe, dinner with Seb. I need a lunch podcast.
You need a lunch date.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop here for 1 second, and I'm just gonna say something. First of all, it's not a regular Monday night show, but I am gonna do a quick. I'm not gonna read all of them, Gavin. I'm just gonna give a quick homage. Look across the bottom of your screen, guys. GI Sports, Air Ups, Ruthless, Ultima, Exalt, Planet Eclipse, Enola Gay, Ninja, and DLX, guys. If it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing a broadcast Saturday night.
Risking our lives, damn it.
That's right. Gavin, don't lean so close into your microphone. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for these guys, we wouldn't be here. So please pay them. You know, if you guys are interested in any of their products, definitely hook them up. If you're not already liking them on Facebook, go over and just say, hey, you know, BTB told me to come over. Give them a like, give them a share, whatever it takes, guys. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. And we've been doing this for a long time, and it's taken a lot of effort. And if it wasn't for their financial help, we would probably be doing this. No, we wouldn't be. We wouldn't be doing this at all.
I'd still be doing it. Wouldn't be a microphone. It'd be like a hairbrush in front of a mirror.
That's true. Who is it? Bill Barnes says, what about Tomcat? We were just talking about guys that were in the studio doing, like, actually working with the show, not in front of camera, kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, because I mean, for a while there was a number of correspondents who would send stuff in, right? So there was a number of people who helped support the show in the early days. Yeah, so
there was a lot of ones.
It was very video based at the time versus sort of talk based. So,
yeah. And I think I really like this format better, more chitter chatter than just going to videos. And the guys and girls that submitted videos did a great job, and we were very supportive of them. Sure. But I like now that we kind of get on a topic, we can answer it ourselves. With now the interactions on Facebook and YouTube, we can get your opinions pretty quick and get them on the show. So, yeah.
I too, Brody, am looking forward to the father versus son red alert battle.
It's like he knew we were talking about him. It's funny, we had him, Chris Easton, Seb in the chat while we're doing this. Someone's tagging them.
We need Dusty in the chat.
Someone's tagging them. Yeah, if Dusty signs in right now, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah,
we have a snitch amongst us. Yeah. That'd be a good question to anyone in the live chat. What is Dusty's catchphrase?
I just ruined it.
I know. Yeah.
But you know what? In all honesty, a number of people have come through the show, both as support staff, panelists, and I've been really, really privileged to sit in this seat here, right? So it's been a long run, but I've enjoyed every Monday that I've been here. Now Saturdays and all our special shows. But one of the most precious shows near and dear to me was I think it was a Saturday show as well, Todd, where I just drank a whole crapload of scotch, and it was a handful of us and one camera in front of your computer at your home, and those sort of informal shows I thought were really fantastic.
Well, I'm a little disappointed you didn't take me up on the DD, because I was hoping that you and I could go a little further tonight than just a beer or two, but it's fine. Maybe next Saturday.
Yeah, well, next Saturday, if I'm still alive, I will. I might have to Uber here, and then that's when I tell you how much I hate each and every one of you, and all of my grievances.
Yeah.
When you started that speech, Gavin, I thought you were going to announce your retirement.
Oh yeah, so I'm done. That's it.
Okay.
Good, because the ass groove in that chair has worn itself right down to the padding. So
one of the things that you have to know, everybody watching at home in the studio here, I will only end on a high note, and we've never hit on a high note, so I'm here forever. Ever.
Why no T-Bone?
Why no T-Bone?
So anyways, you're going to touch on the Imagine?
Yes. Before we do that, George Hay in the live chat says, with all the downtime, with the BTB Crocs get made and the jeggings. Yes.
Well, Brody's in the chat.
Can you 3D print us some BTB Crocs?
Can you imagine?
People have been asking for them.
How comfortable that would be, 3D printed Crocs.
So if you guys didn't know, and I don't know the girl's name, Matt, maybe you can help me out. Some celebrity, and I use that lightly because I don't know who she is, got all of her celebrity friends together and did a cover of Imagine, because everyone's in self-quarantine. They just kind of filmed each other or filmed themselves doing a verse and sent it in, and she put it together and mixed it all together, and it came out horrible.
The only way to describe that.
And some people can sing, some people can't. Some people tried really hard. There was a couple in there, and if I had the video, I'd show it to you. But it sounds like they spent hours trying to get that perfect take, right? And their voices were all warmed up, and they had their makeup on, and other people looked like they just were lying on a couch and phoned it in, right?
That's what I appreciate.
Is that what you appreciate about me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even shower. Fantastic. You're saving water. And
So-
is that supposed to inspire hope? Is that what it is? Oh, well, I'll get through this. The celebrities who are living in their multi-million-dollar mansions, who are not impacted at all, are going to sing to me a John Lennon song. Yes, I'm going to get through this.
Well, the thing is, that song is a lot. Like, I find that I feel that they disrespected the song with what they were doing. I felt that it was just selfish need. You know what I mean?
John
Like,
Lennon was really upset. Well, Yoko was.
Yes.
Oh, I bet she was.
Yes. I heard her screaming.
Did she scream, oh no?
585-250-8968.
Did you just get that? Thank you.
You can't dig up.
That was Sting.
Yeah, stupid.
Dig up, stupid. Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. I think what we're going to do is for the next few nights, for Sunday night rather, we will do another live show.
What?
No, sorry.
Monday and
Sorry.
jackass.
Sunday night we're going to re-air live
Yeah.
another new to you episode. And then on Monday night, we're going to do a live show. Hopefully, we'll be able to have Joe back and Josh again. I think he's off for one more week before we can have him back.
And if you're enjoying this, put a comment in the chat forum so I can read about it later.
And we've thought about trying to get Josh in here on a Skype, but as I mentioned to Joe tonight, like our internet is already sketchy. I can't watch it. Are you watching it in Rewind or the live feed right now?
I am, yeah.
Okay, because I can't for some reason. But anyway, so if we were to try to get Josh on, I fear that with everybody at home and the internet's being used, I don't think we're going to have much success. But I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do a test call with him during the day. Not like he's doing anything else, as any of us are doing during.
He's making breakfast.
You know what? So Joe has breakfast. Seb has dinner. Maybe I'm going to break into the lunch.
There you go.
That's a market that's untapped right now.
But the thing is,
the Command Bros.
Oh, that's on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But your video would be the worst. It'd be like a single guy opening up a can of Spam, warming it up in the
Dude.
microwave because he doesn't have a frying
No,
pan.
He
It's
likes
me.
his MREs.
No, it's me.
With your
hitting-
no-name ketchup.
It's me scrolling through Skip the Dishes,
Yes.
selecting my order, and waiting.
And I got, okay, every hour you're getting another COVID-19 policy from another company that has your email address. But one thing I have to say is Skip the Dishes and DoorDash and Uber Eats, they've all sent me things that say you don't have to deal with a driver. They'll come and they'll put it on your doorstep and they'll knock your door and they'll, like Nicky Nine Doors, well, they'll run away. Because they're not waiting for a tip. It doesn't matter. So...
Well, UPS and FedEx have been doing that for years.
Yes, that's true. Well, now UPS will take a photograph of it. They'll take a picture with their
Okay,
phone, and then they'll leave, and it'll have a picture of your package on the
Fucking Amazon. Oh, your package is delivered. To who?
yeah.
Nobody's there.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. One thing that we did today is there is a restaurant around the corner called the Phil and Firkin. They are a well-known restaurant in our area that is sit-in, but unfortunately, they with what the government has said, they can't open other than doing pickups. So we ordered from them because we're trying to support local. And by the time we finished everything, we realized that we weren't going to have enough time for dinner, so we called and had a quick dinner ordered from them. My wife walked down there, and she had to be let in through a side back door because they weren't letting people into the restaurant, and you were only allowed one person in the little foyer at a time. You got your dinner like the soup Nazi, and you were supposed to walk out and leave, and then the next person comes in. So whatever, I felt bad, but we are trying to support local, and
Absolutely.
everybody that I know that's a business owner right now is hurting because, and speaking of...
So I just want to do a PSA.
Uh-oh.
In addition to businesses supporting local, if you are out and about and you have to make your way out to the community to purchase something anyway, please pick up an additional item. One thing that's definitely going to impact with everybody either on going on unemployment or slowing their hours down, supporting our food bank. So that's not something that's on number one concern for people right now because people are sort of in survival mode. But think about people who are going to be dependent on it or who are currently dependent on it. You know what? Pick up an extra item if you're out there, whether it's a peanut butter, a canned meat product or something like that. Pick up a little extra. So whether you deliver it now or set up your own little hamper, whether you know somebody who's in need, you can deliver that to them, or you can drop it off your food bank. Think of the people who are going to be impacted shortly because of this crisis. And while you're out an extra can or two to build your own little food hamper to drop off or to hand out to neighbors and so on. We are all in this together, so make sure that we're supporting each other and thinking about other people as well.
Yes, the homeless, and yes, the people that are hungry are suffering through this, but you know who's suffering even worse?
Celebrities?
Kenny Rogers.
Well,
Why?
So listen, so he passed
that
away.
was a tender moment, and then you go and you do a jackass comment like that.
You picked a fine time, Gavin. So Kenny Rogers passes away.
Yeah.
And he is an icon in the music industry. Whether you like him or not, whether country music is your genre or not, it doesn't matter. If this was any other time and there wasn't a coronavirus or COVID-19 going on right now, there'd be tributes all over the place.
For sure.
Like look at what's the Canadian artist that passed away last year? He sort of sung like this.
Oh,
Lightfoot.
Cohen.
Oh, okay.
Who did you think it was?
Lightfoot.
I think he's still alive.
Yeah,
he?
Lightfoot's
Okay.
yeah, he takes a
Okay.
licking, but Kenny Rogers passes away, and he's going to get nothing, and I feel bad because like his career
He's dead.
spanned.
He doesn't care.
Okay, but look at Tom Petty. He had a great career, and he had his moment, right?
Okay. What did you do?
What did I do? I actually went on YouTube today and I watched some of his videos, and I watched his official videos so that whoever is in charge of his estate actually gets my.
I'm eating his chicken next time I have an opportunity.
Is there any chicken joints open still? Kenny Rogers?
Kenny Rogers? Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but that was some good cornbread.
Am I the only one that doesn't like cornbread? If there's cornbread on my plate, I'll usually try a bite because everyone goes on about how good it is, and I usually offer it up. I'm not a cornbred guy.
You bitten it, you give it up.
You're infecting all of us with your cornbread.
Well, I didn't lick it or anything like that. I just...
No, your saliva and your teeth. That's sanitary.
That's nice. All right. You know what? I'm going to give out the phone number one last time, and if not, then you guys suck. 585-250-8968. Hopefully we can get one more call in before we end the show shortly.
I want Sean Riddle to call in one day.
Exactly. So I do have to apologize to you, Todd.
Uh-oh.
When you said, hey, we don't have our craft services here because, we're limiting the staff. And you're like, would you like a beer? Absolutely. A large one or a small? I'm like, what are you, crazy? A large one? I'll never finish that.
Okay. So put up screen to screen. I just want to show you the difference. So this is a regular drink. Okay, so...
But this is virus inoculation right here.
What's the volume on that?
11. Matt's is 341. A regular bottle is 341 milliliters. Hello, you've reached Behind the Bunker. Who's on the air? Who are we speaking to? Hello, who are we talking to?
Sounds like a prank caller.
I know who that is.
Is this Quincy? As she's walking down the stairs. There, I'll hang up on her. So for those of you guys who don't know, we have a 6-year-old seat filler. And every night before the show, she's down here warming up our microphones and sitting in the seats. And that was her prank calling us. So there we go. And yes, our refrigerator is running. Oh, geez. All right. Well, why don't we end on a high note since we really didn't get
To anything.
But guys, I had a blast. Thank you, Gavin.
Wonderful to be here, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in on a Saturday night. Hopefully, we provided you some entertainment. Again, if you have not done so already, hit like and share because you know what? We're going to try this again on Monday, our usual night. And fingers crossed, we'll be able to do it again next Saturday with your support. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm hoping that we don't... I hope it doesn't get any worse. If it gets any worse, we're going to either have to shut the program down or we'll have to do it over the phone because...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Fingers crossed.
We'll follow orders. We will do what we need to do for everyone to keep safe. But you can do your part too, and social distancing, and hit like and share since you're at home anyway, and let everybody know what you're watching.
And like at a Christian school dance, Gavin and I are being kept
apart by the Holy Spirit.
Got to leave room for the Holy Spirit.
That's right.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit that like and share on your way out. And if you guys are interested, we're gonna be broadcasting Rewind episodes every night of the week other than Mondays and Saturdays. Those will be our live shows, and we're going to continue to do that for a little while this quarantine is happening. And it's either going to help you get through the quarantine or it's going to put you to sleep because you've been up sleepless nights. So Thank you guys for tuning in. I
Good
guess
night.
that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Mats. And we'll see you guys see you guys on Monday.
Monday.